Here with UFC middleweight Chris Weidman, who takes on Jacaré Souza in the co-main event, UFC 230 at Madison Square Garden. And Chris, we haven't seen you for a while. I feel like it probably feels longer to you than it does to me, right? 16 months since your great moment at Long Island. How has that been?
I know, man. I went from the highest of highs, beating Anderson Silva, greatest of all time, and retaining my belt 3 times, being undefeated, undisputed world champion, to having the worst part of my career I could ever imagine, hitting rock bottom as an MMA fighter. I don't think it gets worse. 3 losses in a row, especially after going from those highs of feeling indestructible, and then finally coming back, garnering the confidence I needed enough to where I could go out there in my hometown, getting a win over a guy like Kelvin Gastelum, not just beating him, but finishing him, a guy who's never been finished before, a guy who's fighting for the title. I felt amazing. I was ready to keep going right away. And then I had hurt my thumb in that fight, and it became more serious, way more serious than I thought. And I had to get 2 thumb surgeries, out again, hit adversity again, and now we're finally back here now, Madison Square Garden, and I got a great test in front of me. I'm excited. I'm excited to go out there and continue my comeback against Jacaré.
Yeah, what is the difference in the psyche between had you gotten what you wanted and just gone straight into another fight after that big moment at Long Island, or having to deal with adversity? What is the difference between the two, do you think?
I'm a spiritual guy. I believe in God, and I just feel like everything happens for a reason. That keeps me very positive, when times get rough. And having this time off helped me develop in way more ways. Like, I started doing some things different. I became way more intentioned with what I do, regimented. I have routines now in the mornings that I do. I'm not just waking up at 10 o'clock, going to the gym at 11, like rushing, not having any plan for the day or the week. I wake up at 6:30. I have routines that I do every single morning that I refuse to miss. Still doing it this week, and it has allowed me to grow as not only as a fighter, as a person. And so I just feel way better than ever. So I think it was a good thing. I needed that time off, because I would have been rushed into another fight camp, and I would have been sloppy again. I became very successful without having routines and regiments, and most successful people have these things. They wake up early, they get things done, and they have intentions. And I was getting by without that stuff, to be honest, and just hard work. And now I feel way better than I've ever felt.
Another piece of adversity we haven't even brought up yet is what happened the last time. The last time you were at, yes, it is. I got all my questions on it. So another piece of adversity we have not talked about is what happened the last time you fought at Madison Square Garden. It was a moment that you waited for a long time.
I killed that early, so you couldn't talk about it.
Did not go the way you wanted. Do you think you'll be thinking about that when you get into Madison Square Garden on Saturday?
I hope not. I hope that's not what I'm thinking about, and it won't be, because that's so. I get those losses that I had. If you don't let them go, they will overcome you, and they did for a long time. And I went through lots of tough times, man. There was lots of depression and stuff like that. When you lose 3 fights, you start questioning yourself. And are you really as good as you think you are? And it was definitely tough times. But I had to look at each one of those 3 fights individually and independently, and realize each one of those fights I was actually winning. Each one of those things, some technical things happened. Each one of those fights, things happened in preparation for that weren't the best for me. And when I was able to do that, I realized that not much is. It's not like all of a sudden I became this crappy fighter. I lost 3 in a row. There was things that happened, and it's part of the game. And that gave me confidence heading into that Gastelum fight, to where I could garner some confidence. It took a lot of mental strength, honestly, to gain that confidence back going into that fight. But coming from that fight to this fight, now I could relax and have fun. I don't have to strain to make myself confident again, like I was before that fight. And the Romero fight, listen, man, I made a technical mistake. He came out with a flying knee. I shot my head to the wrong side, and kudos to him, and competitive. As a competitor, I'm super competitive. I want all my losses back. I want rematches to them. But the main thing for me is to be able to fight for the title, and it would have been great to fight Luke. I would have two birds with one stone. Get a rematch against one of my losses and prove that I'm the better fighter, and that wasn't the best me that night, and have a chance at a title fight. But Jacaré is a guy who's been on my radar for a long time, and he excites me as a competitor. He brings so much to the table, dangers that I can't wait to show my comfortability with.
And I've heard you say that if you win this fight, you expect to be an alternate for the Kelvin Gastelum Robert Whitaker fight. Do you know when that fight is, and why is that a fight that you want to be an alternate?
You got to ask your boy Dana White. You know, all I know is that I was told that if I win this fight, I'd be ready. I'd be the replacement for that fight and fighting the winner if someone doesn't get injured. So. But all that doesn't mean crap. First of all, the UFC could change their mind on anything. Well, they've done that many times. One, two, I gotta beat Jacaré. I gotta beat a tough dude on Saturday night, and that's my focus.
Well, and obviously I'll leave your focus there. But one last question about that situation: if the fight were in Australia, would you want to fly to Australia, not even knowing if you're going to fight or not, and then have potentially a title fight come under those circumstances? What would you think?
I'd have to be paid. That's, I think, already a done deal. Yeah.
Well, speaking of pay, I heard that there may be a cash Madden game shortly after this media day with the double champion, Daniel Cormier.
Yeah, but he's got all this media around him right now. He better. The thing is this: I got to cut weight. This guy doesn't have to cut weight. That has nothing to do with the Madden. The outcome of that? Listen, man, I'm well prepared in that. It doesn't matter how much I'm cutting weight, but I have to go. I'm going to have to start cutting weight a little earlier than I wanted to. And so if he doesn't hurry up with all the being famous over here, we're going to have a freaking problem because I want to put him in his place.
Where is this supposed to happen?
His room.
Okay. How did it come up?
Well, I seen he put on his embedded that he was playing Madden and he's talking trash to his boy. So we started talking back and forth. We talked about playing Madden for years. We just never have. And I'm a Madden guy for such a long time. I have my group of friends from my high school. It's the only way we still stay in touch is we play Madden together. We have Madden tournaments all the time, all week long. So that's what I do. It's kind of on my free time. So this guy thinks he's good. He's telling me that he can't be beat. I'm like, yo, we gotta do this then. Let's see what's up. So I'm excited, and I want it to be documented. I want to, he might be the double champ right now, but he's going to be humbled when it comes to the game of Madden.
Where did the cash come from, though? Who brought up in the state?
We didn't talk cash yet, but I got a surprise. And we're gonna see let's see if he flinches. Okay. Let's see if he flinches.
Well, I think he's a Saints fan. Are you who's your team? Giants?
Listen, I'm not a huge fan of any of the teams, but I'm going to LA Rams though for the game.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, best of luck. I hope I get to see it.
Thank you, man. Yeah. All right. Thank you, buddy.